What's going on, everyone? Anthony here with AC Toys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, as you can see, I will be reviewing the Super7's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 4-inch ReAction line. Now, technically, this isn't 4 inches. I believe it is 6 inches, but since it is the Megazord, it is obviously a bit bigger. As you can see here, it is in that retro style packaging that the other figures are in. Personally, I'm not too into this line. They are very pricey, not a bit pricey. They are very pricey for the amount of details and articulation in these figures. So basically, the whole point of the ReAction line that Super7 does is that they take older style figures, or they take figures and put them in that older style format like they used to be out in the 90s and 80s and 70s and whatnot. But the box art looks really amazing. So if you're an in-box collector, this is definitely for you. You have the open window right here of the Megazord itself. Very nice box art right here with the Megazord on the side. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Saban. Sorry, is that a frame? Saban right there. Super7 logo right there. ReAction logo in the old school Kenner style, which is weird because this was never made by Kenner, but that is their logo. You had the license by Hasbro right here, another Super7 logo, and then the other figures in this line, you have the Red Ranger, the Green Ranger, Rita, a Putty, and Pudgy Pig. All basically the same points of articulation. I believe it's like 4 or 5. We'll definitely take a look at that once we open it up. But yeah, very basic. So if you're an inbox collector, this would be very nice just to hang on the wall if you're into this line. But since I am not an inbox collector, what do you say we go ahead and open this up and see how cool it actually is? All right, and here we have the figure, and I use the term figure very loosely, out of packaging in all its, well, ReAction glory. So what do you say before we take a closer look at the figure? Let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories, because he basically only comes with 2, and that is, one is the power sword right here. So it's not too badly detailed. Basic metallic silver for the blade, black for the handle, and some more of that metallic silver for the bottom of the hilt right there. Then you have the Macedon Shield. Very basic paint apps. You got black, metallic silver, and then some yellow outlining. So they do have little handles, so this one you can just slide right into there. Power sword in there like so. Seems to be a bit tough. There you go. That is how he looks with the shield and power sword. But yeah, let me go ahead and set those to this. Oh, let me set that one to the side. So like I said, this is a very basic figure, and once again I use that term very loosely. It is more to represent the older style figures that came out way back in the day, probably way before most of you were even born or even consider buying toys. But it's very basic. It only has 5 points of articulation. 1 is at the shoulders, and it only goes 360 like that. Same thing like the other side, so that's 2 points. The head would go 360 if it weren't for these cannons right here, but it does go left to right. So that's 3 points of articulation. Number 4 is the leg. It'll go forward. Let's see here. It will not go backwards, so that's 4, and then 5 for the other leg. So it is very basic. It is basically just a cool little display piece if you just want a Megazord like that. If not, keep it in the display box back there. Very basic. The paint apps actually aren't too bad. There's this like matte going on with it. I don't know if that's what they wanted to go. I think it would have looked better with the nice clear coat scheme going on, because the matte just makes it look really cheap. The back is painted, so I guess that's nice. You got the little wheels right here that are painted, sculpted in wheels, mind you, for the tank mode. Painted all alongside right here. You got some reds. The metallic silver from the sword is right here on the saber tooth. The wheel is black. These are actually pretty sharp. So I guess, you know, if you're giving these to a little kid, be careful, because these little areas, they're not like super, oh my god, I'm going to bleed, but, well, the sword might if you push hard enough. But the horns, they're kind of sharp. Not super sharp. Sharper than probably should be giving it to, as you can see up there. Well, maybe not. But they do say this is for 14 and up. So it is not like a kid's toy. It is more collector friendly. But yeah, very basic figure. Stands at about 6 inches. Let me see here. Do I have a figure? So that is how he scales next to a Red Ranger figure. So this is basically how he scales with a Power Rangers Lightning Collection Godar. He is slightly smaller, but Goldar is slightly bigger than 6 inches, so that's not too big of a deal. If you stand him straight up, he towers over it. So this is more along the lines, I guess, 5 inches rather than 6. I thought it was 6, but I guess I was wrong. So it's only an inch bigger than the regular ReAction figures. So he won't display well with the Lightning Collection. This is more for your retro toy line. Honestly, if you're going to buy it, if you buy it, I would suggest keeping it in the packaging. If you're wondering how I kept the packaging so nice without cracking it open, all I did was take an X-Acto knife, cut it here, cut it here, cut it here, lift up the flap, and then pull the sheet out. So honestly, if you wanted to, you could just put that back in, shove it back in, and then no one will be none the wiser if you never wanted to sell it. If you just wanted to display it on your wall like that and be able to take it out sometimes, that is the way to do that. But yes, guys. So I forgot to mention that this is at the price point of, I think, 25 bucks. The ReAction figure lines is not cheap, which is one of the reasons why I'm not getting the figures. Something about this Megazord just stuck out. It looks so cool in the packaging, which is how I'm going to be displaying it. So I'm going to put it back in the packaging, hanging up on my wall, but I'm not getting any of the other figures. If you are wondering, this one is about $25, 24 or something, I think. And the ReAction figures itself, I believe, were about 20 bucks. So they are the same price point as a Lightning Collection figure and maybe a deluxe figure, but nowhere near the articulation, nowhere near the amount of details that you would get from a modern day figure. Honestly, these should be priced around 10. You know, they shouldn't even be more than that. They should only be $10. So I don't honestly know who Super7 is aiming towards for these figures. I am more interested in the Ultimate lines that's coming out soon. Those are going to be a bit pricey. I believe they normally range from about $50 to $60 each, but come with amazing details, amazing accessories, a lot of articulation. So I cannot wait for those. But I had to get this one just because it looks cool in the packaging. So I will leave links down below on where you can get these. If you don't find them at your local Target, you can buy them direct from Super7 or Big Bad Toy Store, etc., etc. So until next time, guys, later.